Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me. Now, my base is what I just put on for the video before, which was me reviewing the Aldi concealer. So actually it's just Unisex Healthy Glow and a bit of Aldi concealer. And now, today, as promised, I am going to show you what the Walk of No Shame Eyes to Mesmerise looks like. Now, I've kind of done it a little bit in reverse today. So you can see I'm wearing Walk of No Shame lipstick, lip liner, and jewel lips, and I've also put the Walk of No Shame blush on, and I'll finish off by using the eyeliner and maybe some of the quad, but let's just see what this looks like on its own. So I'm going to do a combination of putting it on, applying it with my fingers, but also using the smudge brush as well to kind of brush it out, because this is a darker one and it would just probably apply a little bit more evenly if I don't like these brushes when they dip into the pot. It's really fiddly, so I like to apply it with my fingers and then use the brush once I've got it on, like that. So as you can see, it's a kind of peachy tone, really. Almost orange. So that's it on one eye. Let's do the other one quickly and I'll fast forward through it. Now, I'm just going to dip some. I'll try and dip it directly in the pot and then use my hand as a palette and put some underneath. Now, I'm not a fan of using eyeshadows with too much orange or red under my eyes, because I think it's great if you've got blue eyes. It creates a contrast. But as you can see, it can make you look a little bit tired. So just be careful. But I wanted you to see what it looks like. So that is the Eyes to Mesmerise in Walk of No Shame. Now, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to apply the eyeshadow quartet over the top. And then we'll see what it looks like with the eyeshadow quartet. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to put on the Walk of No Shame eyeliner so that you can see what it looks like with that. I'll just get that and I'll put it on and I'll be right back. Okay, so that is the Walk of No Shame eyeliner. I deliberately put a little bit extra on just so that you could see it. I think that this combo would look it's not really my favourite because I've got brown eyes. But I think if you've got blue eyes, this is going to look stunning, because your blue eyes are going to be a real contrast to this coppery, orangey coppery tone. So if you've got blue eyes, this is going to look perfect. I'm now going to get the eyeshadow palette and apply some of that so that you can see what it looks like with the eyeshadow quad. So here is the eyeshadow quad. As you can see that this does she call it enhance? Yes, the enhanced shade is very similar to the Eyes to Mesmerise. So if you want to set your eyes to mesmerise and you find that your Eyes to Mesmerise actually starts to crease during the day, I have to say that the Pillow Talk one didn't yesterday, then you could always add that over the top to kind of set it for you, and it's not going to interrupt with the colour because it's very similar. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave it as it is because I like the sheen on these, and I don't want to powder it down. But I'm going to go in with a little bit of this in the corner just to start creating a bit of shadow there on my hooded lids and up into the socket. And then I'm just going to take that darker shade because it's got a little bit more purple in it. So I can kind of get away with it. Doesn't make my eyes look as tired if I just go over that liner a little bit with it. And I'm also going to just take it over this liner here. Okay, and then I'm going to just, with my fingers, I'm just going to take a bit of the prime shade and dab it round. Now, I'm not just doing under the brow. There's a reason for that, because I want to mix it in with that enhanced shade. Sorry, not enhanced shade. With the smoke shade, because it's quite dark. So I want to just blend those two together to kind of help create a bit of a transition. That's a little bit better. Otherwise it's very dark and then it's very light. So that's why I let that go down a bit further down my eyes. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is what I did yesterday, which is to take the pop shade of this, which is a beautiful, I absolutely adore this pop shade. It's a lovely rose gold. And then I'm just going to dab that in the centre of my lids, just to give a little pop to the eye. Can you see what a difference that makes? I'm just going to put a bit more onto it, kind of. You see how it makes the eyes stand out a lot more than that one. That one sinks back, that one's coming forward now. Great little trick if you've got hooded lids. And of course, the more that you do this and you rub your finger against the pop shade, the more it warms up and the better the pigment is. So by the time you get to the second eye, it's always easier to do. Right, last little trick. I'm going to take my little pinky and again with the prime shade, just going to pop some of that in there to open up the eyes a little bit more. Right, I'm going to put on my mascara and I'll be right back in a minute. Okay, take 3 of this last little part because I've had about 3 phone calls in between. So, just to say, so this is the final Walk of No Shame look. I hope you've enjoyed this video. What I did is I applied the Pillow Talk mascara, but before I did that, I gave my face a bit of a spray with the airbrush Flawless setting spray because my face was looking a bit dull. I just powdered and I hadn't sprayed afterwards, so it kind of brings the complexion a little bit more glowy. And then, as I say, I put the Pillow Talk mascara on, and that is the finished look. Really, really good. I really recommend this if you've got blue eyes. It would look really stunning. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. And actually, because of the red, I think even green eyes, I think green and blue eyes would look better than brown eyes in this. The red for the green and the sort of browny tones a little bit more for the blue. So yeah, definitely really, really lovely, beautiful look. And this one is not like any of the Eyes to Mesmerise that she's brought out. So you've got no fear of doubling up on any of your previous Eyes to Mesmerise. Okay, I'm off now and I will see you all soon. And tomorrow for my live. Okay, take care. Love you all. Mwah!